Dolph Lundgren didn't just play Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, he became a symbol of unstoppable force. But away from the spotlight, there was a side of his career few people knew about. A side shaped by 5 men who pushed him so far that he swore he'd never stand beside them on screen again. Now in his late 60s, Dolph finally admitted these weren't enemies from outside Hollywood. They were collaborators, teammates, even friends. Until confrontations erupted at Cannes, edits mysteriously erased him from films, and public insults crossed lines. And when you learn who they are, the size of these names makes the story even more shocking. At the top of the list, Jean-Claude Van Damme. The most notorious name on Dolph Lundgren's blacklist is also the most famous. Jean-Claude Van Damme, whose rivalry with Dolph was whispered about for years before either man confirmed it. And this wasn't a simple personality clash. It was a slow-burning conflict that turned explosive behind closed doors. The trouble began on Universal Soldier in 1992. Studio executives believed combining the Belgian action star with the Swedish powerhouse would guarantee success. Instead, the set became a pressure cooker. Dolph arrived prepared, disciplined, and precise, treating the shoot like a military operation. Van Damme brought a completely different energy. He rewrote moments on the spot, demanded multiple takes to highlight his kicks, and insisted the camera favor him in every scene. A crew member later compared it to watching 2 predators circle each other. Then came the incident at Cannes, the moment everything crossed the line. Surrounded by reporters, Van Damme suddenly confronted Dolph and dared him to step outside and fight. To the crowd, it looked like showmanship. It wasn't. Years later, Dolph quietly admitted that if he had accepted, serious damage would have followed. That remark echoed for decades because no explanation was necessary. Even years later, during The Expendables 2, the hostility never disappeared. Van Damme tried to influence creative decisions. Dolph shut him out completely. They shared scenes but never shared conversation. No jokes, no small talk, nothing. And here's the detail most fans miss. When asked in 2018 if he'd ever reunite with Van Damme on screen, Dolph didn't pause. His answer was simple: why? That response explained everything. The feud never healed because neither man ever retreated. And that wasn't the end. Steven Seagal was next. If the Van Damme rivalry surprised you, Steven Seagal was even more extreme. Their first meeting left Dolph stunned. What should have been a normal table read turned bizarre. Seagal arrived with sunglasses, security, and full confidence he was the alpha, even declaring he was the best fighter in the room. Seagal refused to take hits on camera and tried to rewrite the script so his character was flawless. Never wounded, never weak, never defeated. Producers stayed professional, but the tension was clear. One of them muttered that Seagal wanted to be invincible. And behind the scenes, stunt performers began sharing warnings. Seagal, they said, enjoyed proving techniques that actually injured people. One stuntman arrived the next day with a swollen wrist and shrugged, saying Seagal claimed pain was part of the lesson. Dolph never forgot it. Years later, he summed up his view in a single sentence: real discipline matters. Acting doesn't. That wasn't sarcasm. It was final. From that day on, Dolph instructed his team to reject any project tied to Steven Seagal. Studios tried anyway, but the answer never changed. Dolph didn't hesitate. He shut the door completely. This one was over before it ever had a chance to begin. And the next name on that list surprised people: Mickey Rourke. It began with a comment that shattered respect. Mickey Rourke told Dolph during a table read, "You're the body, I'm the brain." That line quietly fractured their relationship. On a freezing Eastern European shoot, Mickey disrupted entire days, arriving late, changing scenes, and inserting long, unplanned monologues about trauma, war, and faith. Actors froze, and every take became unpredictable. One night, a 10 p.m. standoff didn't start until nearly 2 a.m., with Mickey casually explaining he needed to find the character. Dolph had waited in full costume for hours, and finally told the assistant director, "If he walks again, roll without him." Things escalated further when Mickey pushed past the script supervisor, declaring, "Don't tell me how to feel a scene, I feel it when it hits," then smirking at Dolph. "Some guys act on instinct. Others just pose. It wasn't teasing, it was humiliation. When the film wrapped, Mickey skipped the press tour, leaving Dolph to handle questions alone. No apology came, no explanation. Dolph didn't say he hated Mickey, he simply vowed they'd never work together again. Next came Tom Berenger, the line that couldn't be uncrossed. Dolph didn't argue or forgive. Tom Berenger became the fourth name on his blacklist, and this time it wasn't about ego, it was about control. During a 2002 war film in Slovakia, Berenger acted as if the movie existed only for him, rewriting pages to expand his speeches and cut Dolph's lines. Scene by scene, he grabbed the emotional focus. On one night shoot in an abandoned steel factory, Berenger refused to film unless he delivered a 2-minute speech he wrote himself, draining all tension. Dolph finally told the director, "He's taking over the movie." Berenger just walked off. The real blow came in post-production. Berenger demanded cuts to Dolph's shots and more inserts of himself, aiming to turn the film into his solo showcase. That crossed the line. Dolph finished his work, left, and told his agent, "If he's attached, I'm out." He has never gone back on that decision. Brian Thompson. The rivalry that never needed shouting. This one wasn't explosive. It was slow, subtle, and corrosive. The tension with Brian Thompson dates back to Rocky IV. While Dolph became Ivan Drago, Thompson quietly claimed he could have done the role with more nuance. His sly remarks continued at industry events like, "Some characters are written one note. There's only so much an actor can do." Things escalated during an early 90s table read, where Thompson challenged lines and smirked, "Let's not turn this into a bodybuilding contest." That comment stung harder than any stunt hit. The final blow came years later at a Las Vegas fan expo. During a live Q&A, Thompson mocked the famous "I must break you" line, telling the crowd he would have delivered it with real emotion. The audience laughed. Dolph heard within minutes. He skipped his scheduled panel and switched to private signings, a move he'd never made before. He didn't confront Thompson afterward. He didn't need to. From that moment on, Thompson no longer existed professionally to him. The feud never made headlines, but it's the one Dolph holds on to most firmly. So out of all 5 names, which one surprised you the most? And do you think Dolph was right to draw the line permanently? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more untold Hollywood rivalries and behind-the-scenes drama, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There's much more coming.